Senior Staff Union in Colleges of Education Nigeria, Ssucoen, has called on the federal government to, as a matter of urgency, resume the stalled renegotiation of the 2010 agreement of both parties. National President Ssucoen, Comrade Danladi Ali, made the call at the 3rd National Quadrennial Conference held in Abuja, Nigeria. Comrade Danladi said the renegotiation talk with federal government will help to address most of the doubting challenges it has been facing, noting that failure to do so may lead to industrial action across the colleges of education in Nigeria.
I therefore call on federal government to, one, without further delay and in the interest of industrial harmony, mainstream demonstration schools into colleges of education to fulfill the requirements for graduation of students of PES and EECE. 2, resume the stalled renegotiation of the 2010 FGS Ssucoen agreement with a view to addressing most of the daunting challenges enumerated above, or first industrial action across colleges of education in Nigeria. 3, reverse the policy on outsourcing of security and cleaners so as to allow institutions have full control of security personnel and cleaners to ensure safe, clean and hygienic environment in our campuses under COVID-19.
The union frowned at the steady decrease in percentage of budgeting allocation to education sector, which he notes that is below UNESCO's recommendation benchmark.
We wish to note with serious concern and dismay the steady decrease in percentage of budgetary allocations to education relative to the annual budget. A paltry of about 6%, which is the highest figure in recent years, but the lowest percentage allocated in 10 years since 2011, when measured as percentage of total spending plan of the 2021 budget allocated to education, is a clear indication of government's misplaced priority to education.
National President of the Nigerian Labour Congress, Comrade Ayuba Wamba, in his message, called on government at all levels to consider the issue of workers' welfare as its top priority.
Different sectors of our economy, workers work day and night. We toil to create the wealth of this country in different sectors. And therefore, when we create the wealth, we must be recognized and appreciated. And in industrial relation, the issue of respect for collective bargaining, respect for due process, respect for the rule of law is essence, is important for us to have industrial peace and harmony. We have come under a situation where many collective bargaining agreements are not respected. And therefore, we don't also expect to have peace in our industrial relations system if those agreements are not respected. When agreements are due to be reviewed, they ought to be reviewed. Everywhere around the world, those are the principles that guide industrial relations. And thank God Nigeria have ratified the 8 core conventions of ILO that deals with freedom of association, that deals with the right to collective bargain, that deal with the right to minimum wage. All those 8 conventions have been ratified under a democratic government in 1960. In fact, 17 days after our independence, our leaders domesticated this convention to actually respect the dignity of labor. But today, those conventions, those laws are being undermined with impunity, especially by employers from the public sector. Those are some of the issues that we need to take on board. And therefore, I can say it's not yet uhuru for all of us, the working class.
The conference has its theme, Trade Union and Emerging Challenges in the World of Work. In Abuja, LM Chukwamka reports.